Hi, my name is Benjamin Allen. I'm the owner of Class Ropes Course, which is located in a beautiful park-like setting right along the lower Provo River. Right now, the government is trying to shut down the last mile-and-a-half section of the Provo River, and they want to condemn over 700 acres of farmers and ranchers' land in Skipper Bay to create the Provo River Delta for the June sucker fish. This is what the last section of the river looks like right now. This is the original channel of the river. It was here before the pioneers arrived. When they divert the river, this is what they will make it look like when they build the Provo River Delta. This is actual footage of the Hobble Creek Delta that they created 4 years ago at a cost of over $3 million. In September of 2010, they reported that they had found 8 baby June suckers growing there. If you don't have your calculator, that's over $300,000 per fish. The Provo River is a historic part of our Utah heritage. In the late 1800s and 1900s, there were excursion boats that navigated up and down the Provo River. About a half-mile upstream from the lake, there still stands the historic old boathouse, where passengers came to dance, socialize, and board the boats. In the early 1900s, they built the Provo Beach Resort along the shores of the Provo River in Utah Lake. On July 4th, 1930, they said, "On the river, there were swimming races, diving contests, and aquaboard riding demonstrations." For the last 15 years, we have again offered excursion boat rides along the lower Provo River. We have our annual Halloween and Christmas cruise. We have had corporate lunches, wedding cruises, and many school groups where we teach them about the plants, the animals, the history of the area, and stories about this historic river. Each year we have over 10,000 people who ride our excursion boats. During the summer, we get hundreds of people every week canoeing up and down the river. This section of the Provo River is very slow, so it's a great place for beginners. There are sometimes beaver, muskrat, mink, and many other animals that can be spotted along the way. Families often bring an old loaf of bread to feed the ducks along the way. They launch the boats here at our docks, and since there's virtually no current, they can canoe down 1 mile to the lake and then back to the docks when they're finished. It's a nice, relaxing, beautiful atmosphere. They can even bring a picnic and stop to eat at any of the picnic tables located along the river. If you'd like to see for yourself how beautiful and peaceful this section of the river is, please come for a free canoe ride anytime between now and the end of May. There are many large cities across America that are so hungry for recreational waterways that they build canals through their cities that cost millions of dollars. And here we have a jewel of the Rocky Mountains in our own backyard, and they want to spend millions of dollars to destroy it. We just want the June Sucker Committee to compromise. Instead of diverting the entire Provo River to make a 700-acre swamp, please take half the river for the June sucker and leave the other half for the citizens of this state. Instead of destroying a dozen prime farms and ranches, just take 200 or 300 acres to build the Provo River Delta. We had a protest in January where over 100 people braved freezing temperatures to fight the government. Afterward, people were saying that next time their entire neighborhood will come to the protest. We've also gathered about 1,500 signatures of people who are against the destruction of the lower Provo River. The Utah County Commissioners are with us. Senators Hatch and Lee and Chaffetz are with us. And many state leaders are with us. We're asking all elected officials to put pressure on the June Sucker Committee to leave half the water in the original channel and to make the delta smaller. We are asking for all citizens to stand up and let their voices be heard. Only then will we see a stop to big government spending and regulations. Only then will the rights of American citizens again be greater than the privileges of a June sucker. Thank you. So I just had one more paragraph, especially for the City Council. If Provo City wants to build a park with more recreation activities by the lake, they cannot accept land donated by the June Sucker Committee. To condemn land in the name of the June sucker and then turn that land over to the city for a park is wrong. I am the first one to promote recreation. In fact, I got my master's degree in recreation. But that's not the way to do it. If you want land to build a park, I'll go out and help you find some suitable land along the river. I also have several ideas for some amazing recreational and economic ventures along the river that would make this area a gathering place again, not only for our own citizens, but also for people around the country. But it will only work if we can save the Provo River.